Have you ever dreamt of exploring Europe but think it's way out of your budget? Well, I'm here to tell you it's totally doable and for just 2,500 euros per person. Yep, you heard that right. In this series, I'll be your guide, showing you how to travel through Europe on an absolute shoestring budget without missing out on any of the fun. And guess what? We've tested every tip and trick ourselves so you can be sure it works. Welcome to our 12-part series, where we'll take you step by step through the ultimate budget-friendly European adventure. From planning to packing, and from where to stay to what to eat, we've got it all covered. Plus, you'll get a sneak peek at our own journey with real footage from the trip. Alright, let's dive into the first and probably most important part of any trip, planning. If you want to travel Europe without breaking the bank, nailing the planning stage is key. So, what do you need to plan for? In this video, we will show you how to plan for accommodation, food, transport, sightseeing, and souvenir shopping. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, one quick note, we are not covering airfare. Why? Because the ticket prices vary depending on where you're flying from. So, you'll have to handle that part on your own. Alright, let's get started planning your trip. We created an Excel sheet listing down all aspects of our planning. How we did the actual planning we will share with you. Decide how many days you have and which places to visit. Deciding on how many places you want to visit in your given days is very important. A major part of your budget will be decided by this. Tips: in your enthusiasm to visit maximum places, don't overcrowd your itinerary. Don't plan to visit more and more places than what you can actually handle in your decided holiday period. Don't minimize the number of places you want to visit in order to save budget. Strike the right balance. Our experience: we had 12 days at our hand to visit Europe. We wanted to visit maximum travelable places within the given time. We wanted to see different flavors of Europe altogether within the given budget. So we started planning by stuffing the maximum places on Google Itinerary and calculating their traveling time, both by road and train. We noted down the days expended on each place, including traveling and sightseeing. And then once we got the actual traveling and visit time spent on locations, we started reducing the locations within our Excel sheet to fit in within our holiday time, which finally came down to visiting 10 cities in 12 days. If you notice, we plan to encircle complete mid-Europe as well as south within a short span of 12 days. This also benefited us in terms of our traveling budget. How? We will tell you in the section where we guide you on renting the vehicle. The next important part of your plan is to decide your mode of travel. You want to travel across the length and breadth of Europe. How would you travel to these places? There are two options, by road or by train. You can get a well-linked network of trains within complete Europe through Eurail. You can download a Eurail application on your mobile and fill in your finalized itinerary of cities to check the prices. This will help you in calculating your travel expenditure. The second option is to rent a vehicle and drive through complete Europe yourself. Train or road, which one to choose? You will be thinking to choose the train because you want to be free of the hassle of driving through Europe. You may also be thinking that train traveling is cheaper than road, but the facts are otherwise. Train schedules can be cumbersome at times. Since your journey is greatly dependent on visiting various cities within specified time, all train schedules of your itinerary would be interlinked. Missing one train or a single route being delayed will cause a ripple effect on your entire journey. Train travel will definitely involve dragging your luggage along roads, walking long distances, and reaching the train stations. After a few days, this will become a fatigue. Reaching the train stations through Uber taxi is a costly affair, and if you plan to travel through train, do cater for that extra expense beforehand. The actual beauty of Europe lies in traveling through the countrysides. Renting a car gives you complete control over your journey. You do not have to remain in tension of missing a train. You can adjust your travel route and time as per your wish and will. And by the way, probably the only reason you wanted to choose train was to be free of driving hassle. Let me tell you, driving within complete Europe is a breeze. It's more fun than you might think. How will you drive in Europe? What all you need to know and carry to drive a car, how to rent the best of the cars, how to budget your travel by road. All this we will tell you in the next episode. By the way, traveling by road costs you exactly the same as by train. Rather, road travel is a bit cheaper. How? Let's tell you from our experience. We calculated the cost of train travel from Eurail app for all the cities to visit and jotted them down on the Excel sheet. Our total came down to €11.28. This included the taxi fares as well as the hassles of reaching train stations. On the other hand, we also calculated the cost of traveling by road. We estimated three things for this cost. First, cost of renting the car for 12 days. For this, we visited various car rental sites and found out the best deals. We will tell you this in detail in the next episode. Second, we calculated the cost of fuel. And third, we calculated the cost of toll charges. The fuel and toll cost was calculated by the website Toll Guru, which gives you a complete estimation of the toll charges as well as fuel on your given itinerary of places. We decided to rent a car, and honestly, it was a game changer. Not only did it give us the freedom to explore at our own pace, but it also turned out to be more budget-friendly in the end.